Hi. Let me see. I'm just popping in to say hello, see how everybody's doing. Oh, look, I got a notification for my own video. If people don't get notifications, you should go and you should hit the bell twice, the notification bell. I do want to say last night well, I'll wait till there's people in here. I hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Mr. Rourke. Hi, Lab Chick. Lab Chick, honorable mention as a member. I want to honorable mention Tanger for her month-long membership. Last night I was messing around with my computer and didn't see it when it went by on the screen, and I'm going to use it for the thumbnail. And so hopefully she hears it. How are you guys all doing? I hope you're doing well. Today was a little colder than it was yesterday. Hi, Coward. How did you go for dinner last night? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to fix something. I got that thing sitting on the dock of the bay stuck in my head. I don't know why. Hi, Cindy Infinity. Hi, Kimberly. Yep, Otis running. He was good. Died young, right? Didn't he sing that song? It's a Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. Got some money 'cause I just got paid. Oh, how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Don't make me break out the kalimba. So what's been going on with you guys? What's been going on the old YouTube streets? I meant to check and see if you'd put out another video lately. I really did. I meant to. Did you? Be honest. Oh, so just no BS. No BS here. Aw, that's awesome. I remember wearing a big Easter bonnet. Hi, coward. Mm, I mean, not a big one, and not like a bonnet. You know what I'm talking about. Those white, like, straw hats or whatever they were. Hi, Chelsea. Or you can share everybody's channel if you'd like, Kimberly. Yep, absolutely. Um, I keep meaning to check my mail. Chelsea, did you mail that? I know Tandra's looking forward to nursing. Just kidding. Nurse. Just kidding, Tandra, if she's here. Oh, you did? Oh, lucky. 9 Easter eggs. I was thinking about dying myself for Easter. Just getting in a big old bathtub full of dye. It was Cat Stevens who sang that song? Really? Cameron? Another Saturday night? Are you sure? Are you sure? No, really, are you sure? Blue. I play guitar on my cat. Hi, JDS. Well, Sam Cooke. See? Thank you. See what? Want to see what? Oh, Easter eggs. Did you want to come up and show Easter eggs? Would you like to? I know it sounded dirty, Cindy. Just saying. Hi, JDS. I say it twice because that's how I am. How I roll. It's kind of like a stutter, but I'm aware of it. I'm a I'm what they call a repeater. Let me drop my link. Another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I'm just ahead. That's how I roll. I'm good at freestyling in my own mind. I can only try. An A for effort. Trying to make this happen, but make it happen. One time. One time. Wait a minute. All right. Why is this not working here? Hello. All right. There we go. Mr. Work said, this is back when Sharon was in here, He said, you and Mama Sparlin, shower now. Make it happen. If you don't get it, his humor, I'm sorry. It was just something stupid that he came out of nowhere. Okay, Cindy. So, people, what's the plan, Stan? I don't even have a basket. That's my Easter basket fund, by the way, guys, up there. My Easter basket fund is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If anybody would like to drop an egg in it. Voice to text will put you behind in the audio, by the way, just so you know. But there's not too far behind in the audio that JDS can go. So. Thank you, Miss Dog. I even put that. Don't give up on us, Warky. Rotten eggs. Golden eggs. Full of shine and glimmer. And Cadbury chocolate. Chocolate? Have you got a chocolate? Cadbury? See, I'm good at languages. You've hurt your back, have ya? That's what you get for bloody trying to scale that wall. You fucking cunt. They didn't rot, Mr. Rourke. I yell at you and stuff. Don't be saying they rotted. Don't say it, please. I dyed them and handed them out for Christmas. Well, why would I hand them out for Christmas? I'm gonna hand them out for Easter. Christmas. That's a good idea. I think I'm gonna start a whole new concept. Christmas eggs. Ow. 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 The beatings I'm taking. When will I see you again? When will we share precious moment? Are we in love? Or just friends? I'm never going to continue. I won't torture the people who have earplugs in anymore. I'm sorry. People have been complaining. But I wouldn't blame them. I mean, they did complain. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. If people want to complain, go ahead. I'll see it. But that doesn't mean that I will listen. Really? Are you big, Mr. Art? You look just like that. Is that really you in that thumbnail, Sharon? Don't, don't, don't be shy. Just tell us. Come on. Come on, big guy. The minute walk in the place. That's the joint. I think it's the joint. You should make a show called Mr. Rourke's Neighborhood. Wear a sweater and stuff. I bet you people would be there in your neighborhood. His personality is that of a wiener. I agree. No, sir, just kidding. We do love Mr. Rourke. I dropped the link. You can come up. Come up, Mr. Rourke. Get your coconut crushing thighs up here. That's what he did for a living, you know. Crushed coconuts with his thighs. Why are you invisible? He wears a cloak of invisibility. I don't know. Stealing them from the Easter Bunny. Searching for them eggs. Hi, Hidden Blessings. You can't see JDS? JDS right there. Cadbury eggs are disgusting. No, not those Cadbury eggs. I know what you mean. You mean those ones with all that liquid inside? Yeah, I'm not real big on those. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cindy. Hello? Cindy?
Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Oh, now I can.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You just want me to yell?
No, can everybody hear me? I had my thing muted for a hot sec.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. So what are you doing?
I just got the kids to bed. We just dyed Easter eggs.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna cook, a ham or something?
Yeah.
Ham,
ham pie, kielbasa, you know.
Sounds good.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, I like Sam Cooks you send me to read the chat at the
Whoever
same
wants to
time. Can you see the chat? Can you see the chat? They said, show us them eggs, girl.
Oh, no, I can't see the chat. Hold on. I'm doing this from my phone, so this is like if I boot myself out, I apologize.
Okay.
I'm new to doing this on my phone. I usually do it on my laptop. So.
I hate doing it on my laptop.
Do you? It's funny. You get used to doing it like a certain way, and then you're not used to doing it the other way, right?
Yeah, because I'm always using my phone for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only
Yeah,
do it from like the YouTube, or do you do it from a StreamYard?
StreamYard. I don't
Oh,
like
you
the
only do
YouTube
it.
one.
Yeah, I only tried to do it once from YouTube, and that was like a week or so ago, and it did not go well. Huh.
Oh,
Like it
really?
shut my whole it shut my whole phone down. I
This is
tried to do
Cindy
it.
Infinity, you guys, by the way. Cindy
Hey,
Infinity.
I can't see the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, how are you?
Huh.
Hi.
You're on your phone. You just got to go to where it says comments or more or something.
Yeah, so it's in StreamYard on my phone, so it linked to it through your StreamYard link on my phone. So bear with me because I'm cleaning up from the eggs, washing my hands and stuff. So hey guys, hi.
I'm pinning them on the
Everybody,
screen so you can read them.
I can't
The
even see
comments.
anything. What the? Hold on. Oh
Really?
wait. Oh, hang on.
Mm,
Wait, I
um,
see hidden blessings. I still need to get a laptop one day. I never had one before.
and then back to
Well,
chorizo.
oh, chorizo. You like the chorizo?
Isn't that Portuguese?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
No.
or Spanish sausage. Yeah.
I thought it was Portuguese.
Portuguese
Mm,
is it's the bread that they do, with the chorizo in it.
mhm. Sounds good. Bread with chorizo.
Oh
Now they're
my
talking
God,
about
it's the most
food.
amazing. It's called falada in Portuguese, and it's called chicala in Italian.
Hmm. Hi, chicken lips. Depends. Sometimes quickies aren't a waste of time, depending. I mean, not that I have a
Oh,
quickie.
licola is
Oh,
Portuguese.
linguine. That's it. That's
Chicala,
it.
yeah, yeah. Or chicala is
Linguine.
Italian, and they always called it falada. Certain dialects of Portuguese that I knew.
Yes, this
Hey,
is
JDS.
Cindy.
Hey.
Mhm.
I know it's me. Hi.
So, anything good going on in the YouTube streets?
No, no bueno. Well,
Mm,
no, I haven't been on YouTube much.
no. Well, you're
No,
busy. You got a lot of
no.
kids. You got a
There's a
lot of
lot of stuff.
kids. Like you're the old
We
woman who
got
lives in a
cheats.
show.
Cheats. It's like Cheech and Chong. We got like cheats going on over here. Um, yeah.
Is there static? As I don't hear
Am I
static.
stat?
I'm just
Am
asking the
I
people in the
static?
chat. No, you're not.
Maybe.
You're not. Mm-mm. Oh yeah. Chicken fight. Oh, you got a nice big kitchen, Cindy.
Do I have a nice big kitchen? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking Rourke goes. I heard bacon is good for you. I heard
What the
bacon is
fuck?
good for you. I heard bacon is actually good for you. And then Hidden Blessing says, I always feel better after I have bacon. I wouldn't doubt that it's good for you. Oh, do they? Hmm. How was the?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
well, I don't know how the weather was for you today. It was kind of cold today, huh?
Chicken lips? You said she's chicken shit?
Who's chicken shit? No. Yeah, let's not. No. We're all getting along here. We all get along here. It was a joke. I didn't really mean anything by it at all.
Wait, am I chicken shit or is somebody else
No,
chicken
no,
shit?
no. They were talking about something else. They were in the chat. Nothing to do with you. No, it was a joke. You remember when they used to, when you were a kid, and like I think it was in the pool, they would do chicken fight or something. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
chicken. Yeah, they sit on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. They do. They do. I thought you were going to show us some eggs. You're not going to show us? Oh, because you're on the phone.
I don't even know how to do it. This is so. I'm so not
It's
used to
hard.
doing it
Yeah,
on
I
the
know
phone.
it is. When you're on the phone, it's harder. You can't just hold it.
It's so weird. It's so weird to do everything from the phone.
Right. What happened to your laptop?
No, my laptop is here. I just entered in from my phone.
It's all right. Don't ever worry about it. I mean,
I think
unless.
one of the kids was playing with the laptop tonight. But
Okay.
either way. What's going on with you?
Listen to Coward. He's gonna smoke some herb after a few Manhattans. Please bear with me. I was told bacon wasn't good for you. I've seen a serial killer before. Not seen him, but heard of serial killers that feed people to their pigs. It makes you think twice about eating bacon, but then you think twice and you still do it, right? Cindy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
What'd you
Somebody
say?
texting you? I
No.
said, oh, okay.
I was reading through the chat, sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
No, I said, what's going on with you?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Mm-mm. But yeah, me and Rourke watched a movie where the lady was feeding people to her pigs, and then they was gonna put the pigs down once they caught her, and she was all like, "Why? Those are good pigs. You can't just give them to the nursing home."
Oh, lab chick, thank you. I'm just reading the chat right now.
With that whistle in her nose.
No, lab chick says, tell Cindy, tell the boys I give them a thumbs up. One of my boys, well, the boys have their own little secret YouTube channel where they do videos and they do puppets and they upload, you know.
Yeah, it was a lady, Mr. Rourke. Yeah, it was a lady in the movie that we watched. It was a true story, though, based on a true story. Wow, so that sounds cool. Puppets, huh?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
mimic one of the another not a YouTube channel, but another like a Cartoon Network. But they yeah, they do their own videos and they have their taping days and their video, editing days. They're like way more authentic than me, I swear.
Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. I've never had a Manhattan either. Have you ever had a Manhattan?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But I'm a big bourbon fan.
I'm not a big bourbon fan. What's that
No?
with Southern
What?
Comfort or something in it?
No, 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 no,
You can
no.
get a Southern Comfort,
No, it's
Manhattan.
stirred, not shaken. So it's your favorite bourbon, and you got to stir it with orange peel, cherry, a little bit of bitters,
Mm.
and you got to stir the bourbon within the ice, and then pour it
Thank you,
into
Linda.
a martini glass.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's your favorite drink?
Uh, I don't know. Depends on what I'm in the mood for. I like pickleback and like a twisted tea or
Oh,
something on the
all
side.
right, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got a lot of good
Yeah,
vodkas.
you like vodka?
And Lapchick does.
Lab chick. I'm watching the chat here. Yeah, lab chick, or not lab chick. I'm sorry. JDS. Yes, I've been following the Molly Golightly. Yeah.
I haven't been. I
Um.
don't know anything
Oh,
about them.
you think the craziness in this community is crazy? Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
Mm. One show. Yeah, no, I've never watched anything of that community. Mm-mm. Yeah, I know. I think there's enough actually on this side. Right?
Of what? Of craziness?
Yeah, for me, for my, liking. I don't think it's good that when people start going into people's Facebooks and contacting, like,
Hmm.
People they knew 12 years ago and shit.
There's so much of like craziness.
Yeah, but I mean, something's are.
Hmm.
Yeah, they got deleted.
Something's what?
Big YouTuber that got deleted onto her envying channels. People are freaking out. I don't know anything about it. JDS, yeah, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I just think that I should have probably prepared like a show to come up and talk about topics. Um, I don't know yet what people want to hear about. Like, what do people want to? Bye, Linda. Gotta go sober Wednesday. Good vibes needed. Thank you.
Hmm?
Gotta go sober Wednesday. I did see the Matthew McConaughey ad going around. Why? What's wrong, Linda? What does that mean? Go sober? Was it sober Wednesday? Positive prayers, positive vibes. I mean, power of positive thinking all around. Hi, Tommy Highway. How you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while, but it's funny that you came in because I was actually thinking about you today, watching a show about the what are they? The Fugats, the Blue People of Kentucky. And I was thinking about that when you were saying that some girl had come into the room and she was blue. And I was wondering if that was in Kentucky that happened. I mean, I could drop the link if you want to tell us. Unless you're Mr. Rourke goes, do you got that pocket full of Hebrews? One time, Tommy Highway was telling us a story. I'm pretty good, Tommy. Um, yes, we're all praying for you. Definitely, if that's what you mean by that. Just stick around here and spend a little time, Linda. Uh, Tommy was telling a story that she bit you. Get out of town. I do like the song "Blue Moon of Kentucky." Well, then everybody definitely give the power of strength and um, you know, everything towards Linda. She's fighting like a inner battle there.
Ash
So
Wednesday.
let's stop talking about alcohol.
Hmm?
I said we'll stop talking about drinks.
Oh no, I was saying Ash Wednesday. I was looking at the chat. Sorry.
Hmm. Um, you're welcome, Linda. Yeah, the blue girl. She was savage. Really? I mean, I could drop the link if you want to come up and tell them about it, Tommy. It's the blue. Have you ever heard of them? Fagats or what do they call? They live in Kentucky, but they're blue.
The Blue Man Group? No.
No, not the Blue Man Group. They have like a blood disorder, something to do with the methyl or something like that.
The
I don't
hemoglobin or
know.
the.
Yeah, it's like they don't have the something hemoglobin. They have too many of the. I don't know.
So what
It's
effect? What happens?
they're blue.
Oh, their skin is blue.
What people are paid actresses, paid actors, JDS. Yeah, their skin, they're born blue. Does JDS think we're paid actors?
I wish.
I know, right? We aren't paid.
No. Da, 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 da.
But if anybody wants to, no, sir, just kidding. All right, I'm dropping the
All
link.
right. You're going to drop the link?
Yeah, for Tommy Highway. Have you ever met Tommy Highway up here or seen any time he was up here?
No, I know life is a highway.
You know life is a highway. Yeah, I'll hit mine too, Linda, right? Come on, man. Prayers for Linda for successful sobriety. Yes, and blessing. Exactly. No, he got another car. Who was the prettiest actress of all time? I vote for Grace Kelly. I vote for Grace Kelly. I vote for, I don't know. I think a lot of actresses are pretty, like Jane Seymour.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, yep. Lana Turner. The
Carol
one
Burnett
that
was
played.
awesome, too.
Who?
Carol Burnett.
Oh, I like Carol Burnett. I mean, she wasn't like, one of the
Lucille
beauties of.
Ball. I think they were beautiful for their time.
I like Vicki Lawrence too, but I definitely like
Oh,
Tim Conway.
yeah, Vicki Lawrence, yeah.
I love the Carol Burnett
Yep.
show. It was the best.
Oh, my God.
It was
Made you pee your
hysterical.
pants.
Well, not that much. I don't think I ever peed my pants
Some of her
laughing.
stuff was really funny.
I mean, I've cried laughing, but not peed.
Yeah.
I've sneezed and peed. Sneezed.
Oh, there you go.
Only if I have to pee really bad, though. The other day, I had a big rip in the back of my pants. Didn't even know it. Walked around half the day like that. Mooning everyone. Nobody cared. Cindy doesn't even listen to me. Well, that's not what
I don't listen to you. Oh my
You
God,
do not. You got your
I
cotton swabs in and you
I
know it.
never fucking listen, right? Here, I'm trying to get back to the chat here.
Huh? Oh,
I
I'm
here.
not even noticing my the link to let Tommy in. How damn I? Hi,
Hi,
Tommy.
how are you,
Good.
honey?
How are
How you
you?
doing?
Good.
I'm
How have you
hanging right
been?
in. I've been
Hi,
hanging in
Real
there. I've been
Dank
working on
Williams.
writing a new book, that kind of thing. So, it's been busy, pretty busy.
Really?
Yeah.
You sound a little muffled.
I'm actually not on a computer. I'm on my tablet. Am I okay? Do I sound okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want the story of the blue people, I'd love to tell it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
See if I can turn it up or something. Okay.
Let me pull my tablet out of my case. Maybe that'll help me a bit.
Maybe that's what it is. It sounds like something's on your phone or the mic. Yeah, that sounds like it might be better.
Is that any better at all?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm in my very early 50s at this time, but when this happened to me, I must have been about 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, I always hung out with like the older kids. I was bigger and all that, and I don't know, more intellectually into the older kids. So I sort of hung with the older crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this friend, and he was like 19 or 20. In fact, he was 21, and I hung out with him a lot and his crowd of people. Well, his family had this like big piece of property in Kentucky, like way out in the sticks in the middle of nowhere. This is like summertime of, I want to say 1984, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep.
anyway, we were all going to go. Well, he decided he's going to do a camping trip out of his family's property in Kentucky. So he invited a whole bunch of us with him. Excuse me. A whole bunch of people. We all got together, and there's this girl, April, that was there that she was like 3 years older than I was or whatever. Anyway, I was in love with her, and she was going to hit this. Okay. And that was like part of the whole deal. This is going to happen. It's going to be my first experience. Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to fill the whole story.
Build the story.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
By the
so
way, meet Cindy, Tommy. This is my friend Cindy Infinity is up here.
Hi, how are you?
Cindy. I don't know. Maybe she fell asleep. Okay.
Anyway, so we picked a weekend to go and all that, and he and I went like one day and we gathered all the stuff we needed, like to go camping, the tents and the food and the beer and blah blah blah. Anyway, so he had one of those GMC Suburbans, those big vehicles. So there's like 8 of us to pile into this thing, and we go to Kentucky, which we're in Cincinnati. It's where I'm from. So Kentucky's like a 20-minute drive, but this is like deep woods Kentucky, right? It's like, we'll put it this way. You had to travel 45 minutes on a gravel road to get where we were going. That's how far in the sticks this place was.
Right.
So we end up arriving at this like area where you could park. And then it was like, okay, we all had to get our gear out. We had to hike through these like dense woods for like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to get to this area where his family owned this property that they owned. It was like on the side of a mountain. And anyway, so this is like 3:00 in the afternoon or whatever. It's a hot summer day. And we're walking through these dense woods. It was like really dark in there. And, there was 8 of us. We had all of our gear on, all this stuff. Anyway, as we're walking through these dense woods, all of a sudden you start hearing this noise. It was like, zzz. It sounded like almost like a sawmill or a shitload of sewing machines or something like that. Okay.
Really?
It just really got louder and louder. And we're all looking at each other like, what the hell's that noise? And all of a sudden I look back and I'm telling you, there was a swarm of bees that came through those trees that as it was so big, as they came through the trees disappeared behind them.
Wow,
that many bees.
To them?
No, I'm not, but
even still,
anyway,
I think even if somebody wasn't allergic to them, they would still,
Oh yeah, you get stung a couple hundred times, you get a problem whether you're allergic or not, no doubt.
Right.
But anyway, so all of a sudden somebody screamed bees, and we all took off in the same direction that we were heading. There's like a clearing. We could see like a light at the end of the tunnel in the woods, if you will. Anyway, as people are running, they're throwing off their gear, off their shoulders and shit, which is a bad call. We finally got to the clearing. This is like this big clearing on the side of a mountain, and you could see like the foundation where a house used to be, like 100 years ago. And there was one fixture on the property left. It was this really shitty old ancient wooden shed. It was like leaning to the side. It was a death trap. Didn't have a door on it or anything. So as we all run out to this clearing, we see this shed, and everybody instinctively just darted right toward this thing. There's 8 of us, and this thing is like, not much bigger than an outhouse, really. Maybe 2 or 3 times that size. It was real small. So we all jump in this thing. These bees are just swarming us, nailing us, just stinging us without mercy. And we get in there, and the door for this thing was actually it like fallen inward. So it's like laying on the dirt floor of this thing, this structure. So my buddy grabs it and stuffs it back where it's supposed to be, at the front door. But there were holes all over this thing. So we're taking like, most of us threw our gear off, but I still had my gear. And I'm taking like rolls of socks and underwear and things like that to actually stuff in these holes, keep the bees out. And we're just getting stung without mercy. But see, I had this tent, which at the time was like brand new technology. It was like a 2-person tent, but it was one of those things that you pull the handle and the damn thing, like it sets itself up. It like pops up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they have them. They're like, they're prevalent now, but back then that was like a new thing. Anyway, it's a 2-person tent. There's 8 of us. So I popped this damn tent up, and it wasn't much bigger than the inside of the structure. We all dive into this thing. And again, we're laying on top of each other because, it's a 2-man tent. Shut the door, and we were keeping most of the bees out, but you still hear them swarming. And then all of a sudden, April, the girl that was going to, I was going to, whatever, that day, my fantasy girl, if you will, well, no, it was going to happen. It was like prearranged. But anyway, she screams like bloody murder. We're like, what the hell? One of the bees had stung her right in the outside corner of her left eyeball. Like the worst probably possible place to get anything happen to you, right there. And she starts screaming because there were still bees in there with us. And we're killing them, swatting them, and all that. Well, the structure, the shed, if you will, it had a tin roof on it. It was real rusted. Well, these bees, they like culminated on top of this tin roof, and they all started like flapping their wings in unison, I guess you could say, and it made this unbelievably loud sound. It was. There's no way to describe it. All we could do was hold our ears and scream. It was that loud. Weird, yeah, It was just messed up. So anyway, to make a long story short, that they did it all night, and all of a sudden it just stopped. All of a sudden they just stopped, like it was like somebody flipped a switch, right? And all these bees are just apparently gone. Well, we wait till about 5 a.m., which is like daybreak, and Bill, the guy whose parents owned the place, he elected to stick his head out the door, see if the bees were still there where they were gone. But for some reason, there was just a shit ton of dead bees laying everywhere. But anyway, yeah, April had a lump on her side of her head at this point, half the size of a softball. I mean, she was in real trouble. This is a very beautiful girl, and she was in danger of being disfigured, frankly. Right?
Right.
So we talked about it. We're like, okay, all we can do is we'll grab April, and I was going to carry her, one of the guys carrying her, and we're all going to dart through the woods again and head back for his truck. That's all we could do. There was no other exit. Okay. So we grabbed everything we could. We ran through the woods. We never saw another bee. Got to his vehicle, and we tore ass down that gravel road 45 minutes until we came to this gas station, I guess, general store, I guess you'd say. They had like 2 gas pumps out front. This place was so old that the gas pump still had like a globe on the top of them, that glass globe, like they had like in the 40s and 50s. They still had those kind of pumps. This is the 80s. Yeah. Right. So
hi, Cindy.
Anyway,
hey,
Cindy.
We roll.
Welcome back.
We jump in. We jump out of the vehicle. Myself and the guy that was driving, Bill. We run into this general store because we need a doctor right now. So we run into this general store, and there's this 400-pound man that's minding the counter. His beard is like 6 feet long, and he's just absolutely gross. We walk in like, "Where's the doctor? Where's the doctor?" And he's like, he gets up. All right, well, I'm gonna show you, youngins. And he basically draws this little map that we had to go up the mountain, basically, to this clinic. It's the only clinic around. He's like, this is Nurse Betty or something. I forget her name, but Nurse somebody, and she's been taking care of people around here for like 40 years, he says. And she'll take care of your friend. So we jump back in his Suburban, and we tear ass up the road, up the mountain, and we follow this map until we get about 3/4 of the way up this mountain in Kentucky, where we come onto this old style hospital. It's like a little white block building, concrete block building, and the paint's coming off of it. It's got one of those old, like, picture the Ghostbusters ambulance, their vehicle. Picture that vintage of ambulance, okay, sitting in the parking lot. Again, this thing has got to be 30, 40 years old. So we get out, we grab April, run to the door, we open the door, run into this place, and this place was like it was something out of the 50s, man, or maybe even the 40s. There were like 2 big rooms. They had like old style beds, like old hospital beds, almost like army cot looking things. And there was a wheelchair there that was actually made of wicker. A wicker wheelchair. That's how big this shit is. Yeah.
Creepy.
So as we run in, there's nobody around. We're looking around, and all of a sudden, at the very end of the hallway, in the very back of this building, this nurse pops over. She just pops out of nowhere, and she's this old woman wearing a nursing outfit that looks like she's from the 50s. Really, I mean, maybe the 40s. Old woman.
Like nursing.
She's like,
Yeah.
"What the hell do you kids want? What do you want? What do you want?" And we're like, "Listen, our friend is hurt. We're all stung to pieces, and we all are. But she's stung in the eye. We need to get her some help." She's like, "You ain't supposed to be up here." Blah blah blah. Just giving us this hillbilly rap, right? So finally, she's like, "All right, well, you take her into that room over there to the right, and don't you move. Don't you come out of there, and I'll come up there, and I'm gonna help that girl out. Did you shut your mouth and you stay in that room?" So we did that. We took her into this room. This room is like it probably had 8 different hospital beds in it. But again, it was almost like they were almost like army cots. It was that old.
Right.
So after a little while, this nurse, she comes into the room. She's all pissed off, and she starts dealing with.
I have a better, shorter tail. I have a better, shorter tail. That's what Coward said. He's just kidding around.
Oh, well, anyway, so this woman comes in, and she's grumbling about you.
Go ahead.
She's grumbling about you kids ain't supposed to be here. You ain't got no business up here. Blah blah blah. But she's tending to our friend. Now, while we're standing there, and there's again 8 of us, and we're stung to pieces. All of a sudden, this flash goes right by the door. This flash of this, like something runs by. And myself and Heidi, the girl that one of the girls that we were with, we looked at each other like, what the hell was that? So we slide out of that room while the nurse is taking care of April. We walk down the hallway and we turn to the right, the only other room there. And so help me God, there stands this little girl. She must have been 8 or 9 years old. She was real short. She was blue. And I mean, I'm talking about, when I say blue, I don't mean like looked like she was cold. I'm talking about she was like Smurf blue. It was unusual. She had like a blondish, brownish hair. They were down in pigtails, or were they braided, I guess, ponytails. Anyway, and she's wearing this denim dress like the Amish wear. Yeah. And she looks at us and we look at her, and she is so weird. All of a sudden she screams. And she takes off between us, runs down the hall, and busts out the front door. And Heidi and I look at each other like, did this really just happen? Yeah. It was just, I mean, she looked like she was from a different planet. Okay. I mean, she was that blue, that different. Well, as soon as this little girl busts out the door, and this old screen door, you could hear it. That nurse comes running out of that room that she's working on her friend. She's, what the hell did you kids do? I told you not to leave this goddamn room. What the hell did you do? And we're like, what was that? And she's like, she went into something about this. Her people live in the area, and the nurse takes care of her people, and that this little girl doesn't even know where she's at. And if you don't go out there and find that little girl, I'm going to call the sheriff. Call the sheriff on us. Yeah. Which at the time when you're a kid, that seemed like a big deal. Well, anyway, so I'm like, listen, lady, you ain't got to call anybody. We'll go out and look for her, okay? We'll go out and we'll find her. Just take care of our friend. So we broke off into like 2 teams. There was Heidi and myself, the girl that I was with when we saw this girl. We went like south of this hospital, like down the mountain. There were 2 other people that went north, all right? But it's a hot, like August day. And we didn't have any water, and we screwed up. Not only we stung to pieces, and we were stung to pieces, no shit. I mean, but we forgot to take water. But anyway, we're walking all over the place, and finally, I see this little girl. There she is, standing like right by a creek bed. She's looking at us, and I get Heidi's attention. I'm like, there she is. This little girl like took 2 steps back, and I'll tell you, blue disappears in the forest. Because she blended in like the ultimate camo. It was crazy. So, but we knew which direction she was headed. So anyway, we Heidi went one way, I went another, and Heidi ends up finding her, and she like chases this little girl toward me. I was just going to grab her, and we'll go back up to the hospital. Well, anyway, the little girl takes a different direction or something. This little girl comes back around, and Heidi sticks her arm out and clotheslines this little girl. I mean, I'm talking about like looked like something out of the WWE wrestling. I thought she hurt her. I thought, oh my God, you've killed this kid. It was like that. But she jumps up. This little kid jumps up, and she's just screaming. She just won't stop screaming. I'm like, little girl, just relax. I finally grab her. When I grabbed her, she bit my arm, my forearm. I still got a scar to this day. She took a chunk of meat out of me. I mean, no shit. Like to the point where, I mean, I pulled my arm up and I'm trying to shake her off my arm like that. And finally, we subdued her, and we took her back up to that hospital, which was quite a bit of a ways at this point. And she's kicking and screaming and growling and spitting and all kinds of crazy. I mean, feral would be the word I would use. Okay. So we get back up to this hospital, and there sits a sheriff car. And this is one of those from the 1975 big, boat. This thing is like, 5 times the length of a car these days. And anyway, we're walking up there, and I had the little girl with both hands holding her, and she's squirming. Well, as soon as the little girl sees the nurse and this big fat cop, turns out it was sheriff, is standing out in front of this clinic. This little girl sees this nurse, so I just let her go at that point. I'm tired of fucking with her. Pardon my language. So she runs up to the nurse, and the nurse grabs her, and they disappear into the hospital, or the clinic, if you will.
Yeah, there's some family that lives up there in the mountains of Kentucky, the Fugats or something like that.
The Fugats, yeah. But here's the thing. The nurse told us later that she gave us a little bit more info. She's like, I guess they were like one family, then they split up, and like I don't know if the bigger colony was in Kentucky and the 2 smaller colonies were in Pennsylvania, or if it's the other way around, but they actually split up at some point. So there's like, they're living in Pennsylvania and Kentucky. But this cop, they were so freaked about the fact that we knew about these people, that he took us into that hospital room, and he told us he'd kill us if we told anybody, straight up. To the point where, I mean, it's in my book. I'm thinking, I'm a 14-year-old kid. I'm thinking, if that man turns around, I'm going to take him. Because, I mean, it was like, you'll disappear up here, that kind of thing, just threatening us, But yeah, they absolutely exist. They are as blue as a blueberry. I swear to God.
Yeah, they came up with some kind of pill or something, though, that can immediately fix them, as long as they're not inbreeding. Something to do with inbreeding. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Good.
Introduce you to Tommy Highway.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Anyway, so it's interesting you were talking about them, because they are absolutely real. They're the real deal. They exist. They're like almost like a sub race of people. I mean, they're they really are. I mean, they look like shit, white creatures. I mean,
do you have something on, Cindy? Sounds like it anyway. I don't know. Yeah, the feral people in the mountains, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Cindy?
That's crazy.
Do you still do the UFO stuff, Tom?
Tim and I split up. We let's call it an intellectual incompatibility. And anyway, I needed to leave that situation, so I did. Yeah, I'm still interested in UFOs and all that, but I mean, at this point, I'm working my butt off. I have a new job, and it pays well, but it's also crazy. Other than that, I'm getting ready to drop a new book, and I'm just doing my thing. I'm happy you're with us, honey. I mean, that's great. I mean, how are you doing? That's a bigger question.
I'm doing okay. Linda earlier asked what your new book is about.
Oh, it's Strange Tales from the Highway, Volume 2. Let me see if I can find I'll find a link here for you. But it's just basically weird stories that I've had in my life. For those of you that don't know, I've had a wild life. I had to kill some people when I was 14 years old, a bunch of Satanists. It was a weird story. I've had UFO encounters, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's been a wild life. So, yeah, well, it happened. It sucked, but, anyway.
Thank you, Levi. Thank you, Levi. Oh, West Virginia?
Yeah, West Virginia.
I
The
thought
Blue
some of them
Fugues.
lived in Kentucky, too.
Yeah, like you say, I don't remember, she said there was a big colony in Kentucky and 2 small ones in Pennsylvania, the other way around, but it was like that. Yeah.
You ever see Bigfoot?
I've never seen Bigfoot. Not sure I believe in Bigfoot, to be honest.
How about you, Cindy? Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I don't know about that.
Well, what's your thoughts?
About Bigfoot?
Cindy.
About
Yeah.
the unnatural, the everything. Yeah. Well,
She's gonna tell us something really good right now. I feel like.
Well, I come from a vision of something that people say didn't happen. That was a very vision of things that happened. And so I guess I am always to say that, yeah, we're always going to be amazed by things that don't happen, or the things that we don't think that could happen that do happen.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You bet.
Mr. Rourke said Bigfoot has been shitting in my backyard.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah. You ever seen a ghost, Cindy?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, when we're young, we are inhibited of the real world. So the real world tells us we don't get to see ghosts, we don't get to see this, we don't get to see that, right? So when you are a young child, your inhibitions are so not there. I have seen both of my grandfathers in my sleep. They have come to me in my sleep.
Like in a dream state, or were you awake?
No. So one of them was in a dream, and then the other one was when I was literally fighting for my life. Dying.
Oh, in your sleep?
One of them was in a dream.
Like an out-of-body experience?
Yeah. Both of them were out-of-body experiences. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of my grandfathers is my angel.
See, I was right with the methylmogliobliona.
What? Mm-hmm.
When I was trying to tell why people had the blue blood, was that it was that what I said. So just saying. So like as in a guardian angel kind of way.
Yeah. 100%.
Now, do you believe in UFOs?
Do I believe in UFOs? I don't know if I do or not.
I believe that we were like, I don't know. I think, isn't it possible that I know we see some really strange things, but then they just breeze over it and then it gets covered up by certain, departments.
No, of course.
Couldn't it be that they're just really trying to develop the next fastest airplane or the next technology? What do you think about that, Tommy?
Based on my own experiences, what I've seen, no. There's no way that was human technology. This is something, unless it's like a time traveler situation, even then, it would have to be so far into our future that I mean, who knows? Maybe time travel has been achieved. Maybe there's archaeologists that come back to check us out, but I don't think so. I mean, if you think of how many planets there are on the cosmos, I mean, there's billions. We're the only game in town. I mean, come
You know,
on.
you
There's
could
no
be
way.
right about that. Yeah, could be right about that.
It's a mathematical impossibility if you think about it.
But couldn't it be possible that if they were another, say, a whole nother planet, a whole nother, whatever you call it, solar system, if they were using the same things we're using and putting all this stuff into the air, destroying the environment allegedly, right? You think that eventually we would just affect each other?
Well, there are stories about the fact that aliens are concerned about humanity because we are so erratic, we are so wasteful, and now we have nuclear weapons. What are we going to develop next? You know, think about it this way. Imagine that you are a cosmic federation, if you will, of multiple different races out there that you've already achieved peace and trade and all of that. You've become the perfect intergalactic society. I mean, look at the humans. Look at our track record. Why the hell would anybody
Well,
want
then it
us?
could just go back to that, yeah, like conquering other places, just like how it did in the, you know,
We kind of
explorers.
suck as a species. Let's be honest.
Huh?
We kind of suck as a species. I mean,
We don't
we're
know
just
what the
kind
other
of.
species are.
That's true, but they're definitely
Yeah.
coming here. I mean, there's no doubt.
No, but I'm just saying they could be worse, you know?
Oh, that's entirely possible. Evil could be constant in the universe. Who knows? But I
Yeah.
like to hope and think that logic rules. But who knows?
That's what I like to think too. What do you have to say about it, Cindy?
I don't really know. I mean, there's so much evil out there.
There is, but you gotta hope for something better.
Well, yeah, and that's the hardest part about humanity right now.
But you can't just hope. You gotta actually be the change you want to be,
Diligent
I guess.
and yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's a lot of things people need to rein in. It can't become international waters on the internet.
I had a lot of thoughts about stuff that's been going on, with you and the community recently
Hmm. Yeah.
in regards to that, you know,
International waters, it's scary.
just just about the internet and about the community.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought I cut
Okay.
out.
No, I had muted
Um,
myself so that you could talk. Yeah.
oh no. Um, I came into this about 2 years ago, you know, and I've not been around for everything that has happened to you, from the get go. Understand? Um, but I understood what your position was and where you were at in terms of your battle with cancer and just everything. Okay. I didn't know, I didn't need to know what stage you were in. It didn't matter. It did not matter ever. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'm listening. Yep.
Okay.
I
I just want
just
to make
didn't
sure you
want
can
to.
hear me.
Yeah. Go.
So, you know, this internet world is a really funny place sometimes where there are such stupid people. Okay. And they play on people's emotions. They totally will take what you're going through and use that to their advantage. And that was so hurtful and hateful. for me to see what was happening, to you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But it's just like I think even in life, people,
Yeah. Yes.
but there's rules that apply in
Well,
society, but
yes.
we're actually just moving with technology. This is our society, really.
Yes, 100%. And so I have heard you and have watched you in your battle for about 2 years now. And I came in and I said, no matter who tells me I can come in and support you, I'm going to, because I see a light in you and I see a fight in you and I see what you're going through, right? And there were a lot of reasons personally that I could see that, for my own battle and my mother, watching her go through cancer and all that. Okay. And I I was just so perplexed by the fact that there were so many things that happened to you. And I watch these things happen, and then I watch you on your platform talk about these things that happen, okay? And I'm like,
Hmm.
this is just not, I don't want to forgive any of this. Like, meaning, like, somebody that battles cancer, that is not okay.
Right,
Meaning,
right,
like, no one ever has to write to say they have to deal with that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
right,
I
right.
I watch this from a bystander point of view, but yet as also it comes close to home because family members of mine that are very close to me have dealt with this, right?
Right, right, right,
Every bit of cancer pertains to people differently.
right. But
It,
but I appreciate you, talking about, the whole cancer thing and everything I do. I just, I hope you know that the fight is also about for the future, like your kids and um, the people who get phone calls at 3:30 in the morning, harassing all over, people who have, unalived themselves. This isn't all just about what you're talking about. It's about a lot more things than just that. So
it is a way
um
broader subject than what I'm talking about right now.
right, right.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
Well,
um
I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's all right. Um I just, I thought with Tommy up here, we could talk about like, like paranormal stuff and you know what I'm saying? Or just that, hopefully we can all, if we look at things as a bigger picture, like we were just talking about of galaxies and other worlds and other planets, say that it does eventually come down to where it has something to do with we're all just in one big broad expanse of other neighborhoods too, but on other worlds.
Okay.
And
So I will probably my what I'm speaking about is a little bit different, but I will leave it at this. I was actually listening. I listen to all your lives, even if I'm not participating in listening to them, like while they're going on, right?
thank you. I appreciate that. Then I appreciate your, thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you were speaking about, I think it was on last night's live or a night ago, or um, about Dawn.
Oh, about Don and ministry and Don saying, Rob Halford, and she
It
was
was
very,
about Dawn, who has the same birthday as mine in January, and you respect
for
her. She's a
who?
supporter of
She
Dawn.
did what?
It's Dawn, who is born in January. She's a supporter of Sharon. She's a supporter, of yours.
Yeah, right. She's saying Rob Halford.
And you said about how she, you were talking about how she lost a loved one,
Yes. Hmm.
and your platform gave her the opportunity to talk about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did something happen, Cindy?
No, I think that that's the most beautiful thing. I wanted to
Oh,
take a
thank
step
you.
back for a second because I actually, as much as I know Dawn, I did not know that fact about her. And listening back through your live stream, I was like, wow,
Hmm, thank you.
that's that's a very profound thing. That when we go through that loss, the ability for us to
Hi, Tanger.
do that, um, share that loss, that's a profound thing. And so I give you
Right.
kudos for the fact that you allowed her up on your platform to share that because you know what? That's a very tough thing for all of us to go
Well,
through.
I didn't like actually allow her to. It was I'm grateful that she felt comfortable enough to come up and talk about it.
Absolutely.
I didn't,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that
Yeah.
that had I think she
That's
sang
a big,
wonderful.
that's a big thing.
Hmm. Yeah, she sang
You got to
wonderful.
think about that for 1 second.
Did
Despite what everybody does and they're
mhm,
outside of that, okay, I know there's a lot of ugly things that are going on, okay?
right.
I
Hi,
hate to see
Tanger.
that.
Yeah,
I
don't
really
worry,
do.
Cindy.
No, I
Don't
hate to
worry.
see, I hate to see the ugly and I hate to see the shit that's going on, excuse me.
Yeah,
But
but
the
there's
fact
some
that
good stuff
you,
going on. We're looking at it as a positive sense, Cindy.
I always, you understand I always look at things as positive.
Right. So just do that. Let's do that.
But, 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 I'm going to say something else to you. And then I'm going to get off.
Okay.
You have had other people in your corner for a very long time. And I understand you're mad right now. Okay?
I'm not mad.
No. Uh,
I'm not
just
mad.
please listen. Please just listen to me.
Mhm.
Because I love you as the day is long.
Okay.
And we've had our ish, okay, sometimes, right? But
Hmm.
still, I respect you.
Thank you. I respect you too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The people that you have an ish with, you might
I
have
don't
a
have.
slight ish with right now. They're not the evil people.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing, Cindy, but this was a positive live stream talking about
Yeah, I'm totally being
aliens and
positive.
paranormals
So here's the
and
thing.
Bigfoot and stuff. And so I
Yeah,
really don't
Tantra,
know what is
I'm
going
fine.
on. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, Tanger.
Uh,
I mean, really, did something happen? Are you doing okay? Like,
I'm fine.
I know your dad was sick. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm totally fine.
I mean, we were just talking about like,
I want to make sure you're okay.
yeah, I'm fine, Cindy. No, I know,
Okay.
Tanger.
No,
Mm,
then you know what? You don't have to answer any other thing.
I don't even know what is going on here.
Okay.
Honestly, God,
So
I do not
it's
even know what
interesting
is
that when
going
I start to bring up something that I really want to bring up that has to pertain to you and saying, I want to make sure you're okay. And then all of a sudden you freeze and you're like, oh shit, are you okay? Yeah. I'm fine.
No, nobody's freezing. I think we were talking about a total different subject, and I'm trying to
Actually,
steer you
no.
away from the
Actually,
negative and the
no.
drama.
If
I
I may,
wasn't being negative.
Yes, you can
I
interject. Yes,
wasn't.
please, Tommy, interject. Yes,
I
I'm
was
sorry,
not being negative,
Cindy.
and
I'm
You
I
sound
sorry,
rather
wasn't.
Cindy.
upset.
I'm gonna have to mute you for a second, please. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cindy. You sound rather upset, and and she's absolutely right. I mean, we're just sort of having a positive conversation. We understand that we've all been through everything and all that, and continue to go through it. But you sound a little bit upset, and it's I don't know, kind of affecting the vibe in the room a little bit, frankly.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. The vibe of the room. Okay, I'll unmute her right now, but you got it on the head. The vibe of the room. Yes, Cindy. Yes, you're affecting the vibe of the room. Cindy. She's not muted, so I don't know if she left or not.
It's not that anyone's trying to belittle you or talk down. Well, I guess she left. Cindy
No, I
it's
took
not
her
like
off because I didn't know. Yeah,
that. It's just you're taking it in a direction that I think that the rest of the room doesn't want to go into. That's all. If you have some issues, we understand that, and of course, we're happy to talk about that. But then again, we're like, just like my girl was saying there, we're trying to have a positive conversation this evening, and enjoy ourselves, and that sort of thing. That's all.
I agree. I agree. And yeah, I just didn't know what more to say. I have like a feedback going. Is that on your end?
Well, probably. Tracy, you sound better than I've heard you in a while. Actually, you always sound great, but my goodness, you've just got a strength about you now, honey. What's up with that? Tell us about that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, just grace of God. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just living, just doing. I totally, yeah, I get what you just said though. That whole thing just threw me right off. And so anyway, has anybody here in the room ever? Oh, have you ever been to Capitol Grill, Tommy? Now he's muted. I didn't mute him though. Maybe everybody is.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
Capital Grill. I don't think I have. Sorry.
no, me neither. But I remember boom chakalaka. I'm not boom chakalaka. Did you think that was on purpose?
What do you mean?
Sometimes somebody will try to I don't know. Was it on purpose, like trying to ruin a vibe,
No,
or
no,
was
no.
it
I
me?
think that Cindy was just upset. She's going through some things and she's just upset. I think she was
Yeah,
trying to pull her heart out, but just kind of wasn't the right room to do it in, the right time, right
or the
place, sort
right
of thing.
words. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was malicious. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. Because yeah. Whatever it is, it is. So how's the weather there?
It's 37 degrees, and it was a high today. But I mean, Colorado is weird. Excuse me. For a few months, it'll get like cold, then a couple of days of 50, 60 degree weather, and it's beautiful. Then it'll go back to shit again. And we're kind of in that stage right now. How about yourself?
Yesterday was really hot, and then today was cold. No New England weather. How far do you live from the ocean? I think
Goodness, the ocean. It's quite a ways. I mean, I'm like put it this way: if I can walk 3 feet, look out the door, and look at Pikes Peak, it's right there, and it's impressive. I've been on top of it actually, which was friggin' killer really awesome experience. They got like a restaurant up there and stuff. Really neat. But yeah, I'm pretty landlocked now. I grew up in Ohio. I lived in Iowa. Then I lived in Florida for 10 years. I was real close to the ocean then, but not really an ocean kind of person, I guess.
Did you live near the Amish?
I'm sorry?
Did you live near the Amish in Ohio?
No. No, in fact, no, they were, yeah, they were the extreme east of the state, and I was like the extreme west of it, you'd say.
Did you
I
ever
met
date
them
an
though.
Amish girl?
Yeah, you
Did
don't
you?
date Amish girls, I don't think, but yeah, I don't think they would like a big redhead Jew running around. I'm not sure how they feel about that in the Amish community at this point. But
Of
yeah,
course, I was there in 1974 and it snowed in Colorado.
you know, it's funny you should mention the Amish though, because I was just thinking about this story the other day. I must have been 20, 21 or 22, and I went with my dad and a friend of his. It ended up being a bunch of friends of his to a woodworking show up in Dayton, Ohio. For like
Mm-hmm.
carving wood and making furniture, shit like that. And there were so many Amish there.
Jesus was a carpenter. Just saying. Those are just.
That's
Go ahead.
true, yeah. But he didn't use power tools, right? This is a power tool show, okay? And
I
and
never
there were
said he
so
was
many
carving anything.
there were so many Amish there that they actually had to put up a great big fence pen for their buggies and horses, like that. Yet there the Amish are walking around this woodworking show, power tools woodworking show, okay? And I'm looking at my dad, and what the hell's going on? And so finally, I found a young Amish guy that didn't have a beard yet. I figured he was
Mm.
safe, right? So I walk it to him. I'm like, "Yo, man,
That sounds so wrong, but go ahead.
I know. Sorry, I suck. I didn't want to be wrong, but I walk. I'm like, kid, what are you doing here? You're Amish. You make furniture by hand. Yes. He's like, oh yes, sir. We always make by hand. I'm like, okay, that's great. So you don't have electricity?
He
You don't
called
believe
you
in that?
senator.
Oh no, sir. And I'm like, so what the hell are you doing at a power tool show? And so help me Christ, the second I said that, every one of them, it was like they
Power
were
tool,
connected
yeah.
like robots. They turned and looked directly at me. And I mean,
And
I basically got run out of town by
broke
the
out their
Amish.
tools. Don't mind me. Hey, forgive me, Tommy.
I always forgive you, Tracy. I love you, honey. You know that.
I love you too. See, you must watch my shows. You know I'm like this.
Well, yeah, of course.
I can't help but laugh and giggle. My mind is. I'm like almost. Maybe they're right about Beavis and Butthead. Maybe I do take after them.
Well, I will say this, so honey, I do need to go because I got to be up at like 4 a.m.
See, I was all like, he said tools, and he didn't even get it.
Cool.
Huh?
Anyway, I got a boogie,
You
but
gotta
I
be up
want to
at 4
thank
a.m.
everybody. Yep, I want to Tracy, honey. Thank you for having me. I want to thank
Going
everybody for
good night. Thank you for your story.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful night. I'll see you soon. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye bye. Have a good night, Tom.
Everybody.
Good night. He still didn't tell me why everybody looked at him though at the power show. Now I don't even know. Now we don't know. What's wrong with me? I must have a real real problem. I don't know. Just hey, I'm giggly. Is that a problem? Apparently. I don't know. Whatever. You guys. Anyway. I think that was a good talk. I'm gonna go. Happy Passover to everybody. And united we stand, divided we fall. Peace, love, and tacos. Doing, 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 doing. Good night, you guys. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head. Thanks. Thank you, Lapchick.